Hi, my name is Charles Omalame, and today I'm going to be talking about marketing, right? Marketing, like you know, is a very diverse course, right? It involves a lot of emotions. You cannot separate emotions from marketing, right? So that's why most times it's important to know that once you are trying to sell, right? Also know that you're trying to appeal to the emotions of the person you're trying to sell to. We have different persons, different temperaments. We have the melancholy, we have the choleric, sanguine, and the phlegmatic. All the temperament natures, right, have the way they influence the customer's buying decision. Like for a sanguine, now, for instance, now a sanguine is someone that is always excited, outgoing, trying to meet people. A sanguine tends to, in order to lock a sales with a sanguine now, you try as much as possible to make sure that you do that on time. Because if you don't do that on time, a sanguine's ideas are always very fleeting and they're always very expressive and very happy. So if you're not able to capture them, right? Make a down payment, you've lost that sale. That the choleric now, the cholerics are tend to be very more, they kind of be analytical, right, in how they do their purchases, right? They want to be given like what is the benefit they tend to get. The choleric and the melancholies tend to have this different the same type of buying preferences in terms of their purchases, right? They want to know what is in it for me, right, in the kind of purchase that I want to get. Then also the phlegmatic likes discounts. You give them discounts, you get a good sales from them. So what am I trying to say in essence is that when you're trying to make a sales, temperaments have an impact in the way that you make your sales. You can't make good sales if you don't understand human nature, you don't understand people's buying decisions, right? Once you're able to understand that, then definitely it will tend to, influence and help the way you get your sales moving. Marketing is not easy, right? But the process builds you up. You can't become a good marketer on the first day you make a sale. No. What you need in marketing, the tools you need are persistence, right? You have to have courage. Courage to approach someone you've never met before and try to sell them in on an idea that you have. Now that takes a lot of guts. So always try to make sure that when you're trying to sell, don't go with the mindset that the first sale you're going to make is going to be the accurate sale. No, it might not be, right? Also try and also know that you are not going to be, most of what you know, all the skill sets you have. Now we have skill sets, right, and we have what we call talents or your strengths. Skill sets are those things that over time you tend to develop and get better at, like for instance driving, things like writing, right? You might not be a good writer, but with time and good training and skills you can become that. But something like art now, yeah, I mean, there are some certain things you are gifted with or endowed with, right? There are people that are very good. Like, for instance, I'm talking about your talent now. Some people are very good at, singing, right? People like, those that are good at art, people like Leonardo da Vinci, right? These are people that are gifted and they don't use a lot of effort, right, to get those things doing. Some people are good at meeting people, right, due to their temperament. Now they find out that maybe they are sanguines now as compared to a phlegmatic. A phlegmatic is a kind of introverted person, whereas a sanguine is an extroverted temperament. So how do you now compare both? A phlegmatic will find it difficult, right, to sell, whereas a sanguine will find it very easy to sell, because phlegmatics by nature are introverted. They're not that outgoing, so they take a lot of effort, right, to make sure that they come out to be noted to sell. But the sanguine will just do the flick of a hand and he's making his sales and all. So let's also not forget to understand what it is when we're trying to sell. Know that, like I said, it's not a one day's affair. It takes time, but with giving time you will now be able to understand how and better ways to sell. So always be patient with yourself, right? Know that it's not going to be the first customer you're going to meet, but with time you make up a number what you lack in skills. If you talk to 10 persons before and you got one sales, by the time you talk to 20 persons you get two. By the time you go to 30, maybe you might get up to 15. And as the learning curve goes up, the more persons you talk to, you become more skillful. That is the idea behind marketing. The more skillful you are, the more sales you make. And also remember that not all customers must like you, right? And not every transaction or marketing experience will lead to a sale. Be patient. Some customers will buy at the first instance, some after 6 months, some after 1 year, some after 5 years. So be patient with yourself, right? Always remember that provided you have a good product you are selling, you might not have all the customers immediately ready to buy your product, but at the end of the day, someday, somehow, sometime, they'll get to like your product and have what you are selling. So that's just basically my introduction to marketing, a little bit summary of experiences that I've had in marketing, right? But with other videos, I'll come with more greater details, right, on how marketing is about. Like I always say in all my videos, if you like the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Till meet next time. Cheers.